unfortunately, my business is very challenging. Really, hopefully, hit home to help you guys, learn a valuable lesson that her mother really had to struggle with. So we're here to learn from a beautiful lady today, an incredible story. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all so very much for taking the time out to listen to.
I would recommend these.
To this story, and I also really would like to, because I attended one of the, in preparation to being able to come here and speak before you, and I'm planning on doing it again in May. So there'll be more time to extend some of the May. But I attended this preparatory meeting of, I guess it was a board meeting, and I think that the community should be so grateful for these people, such as Lisa and Julie and all the other members. They put so much work. I was amazed at the beautiful effort and the time that they take out on behalf of making this community the beautiful community that it is, honoring especially all you beautiful people that are seniors. And I wanted to talk a little bit about who here knows someone that's 65 or older? Okay. How many know someone that is 77? Okay. So once you reach 77, that is the average lifespan in the United States. Many other countries is lower. So how many people know someone older than 80 or older? Okay. This is a very special category of individuals. Here we are celebrating Easter. Happy Easter, everyone. Thank you. It's a time of renewal and spring and did any one of you remember we have this Easter egg hunt tomorrow, and all the little children are going to be so excited in anticipation of finding the Easter eggs and Easter egg hunt and the bunny. And when you're a few years old, 3 or 4 years old, the anticipation time seems to go so slow. Yeah. Because 1 year of our lives is, well, 1 year. Or that's a whole quarter of your life is 1 year. And it seems to go so slow. But as we get older, the time just starts going faster and faster and faster. And in many ways, the time it becomes more precious. And important to us to savor that beautiful time. And we are, in many ways, very fortunate to, be alive, and that we have our good health and our support of our community to live and be able to be here today. How wonderful is that? That we can come here and celebrate a beautiful luncheon and celebrate this beautiful day. And so many people have that fortune, like Art Buchwald. He was a columnist that actually announced his own death. I don't know if any of you heard about the columnist Art Buchwald? Yes. And he announced his own. It was like he had the last laugh. He announced his own death. He outlived predictions of his death. The hospice, they predicted he would die, and he outlived it by 2 years. And he died with his family members at his bedside, and under beautiful circumstances. And I am an emergency physician, so I've seen all kinds of deaths and ends of life, and some of them are really beautiful. And some of them are people live out their rest of the years. We should have the beautiful fortune having lived so long, to live out our days in security and safety and in a beautiful way, and celebrating with our friends of what time we have, our last, our remaining days that we have are very precious to us. Well, having been an emergency physician, I have saved many lives, and we have a former nurse here that was a caregiver to her husband, and so she knows very firsthand what it takes to be loving to a person who is failing in health, and many of us also know what it is to experience that. But it should be made as beautiful as possible. And I can tell you I've saved many, many lives, but nothing has been so frustrating to me as when I attempted to save the life of a beloved family member of mine, Enid Zamboni. Enid was a beautiful, elegant lady. And we have many beautiful people that are into their older years that contribute so much to our communities and our lives and our joy, just as being parents and grandparents to us, and more. For instance, Betty Ford. I'd like us all to say a prayer for Betty Ford. She's in the hospital right now undergoing surgery. She's 88, and she held some of her challenges were very public, but they benefited so many people by her fight with breast cancer, her public challenge with drug abuse, drug and alcohol abuse. What did she do with that? She brought forth reform and change and hope to people that have those ailments by living her life very fully. Well, my mother-in-law became, I don't know if any of you recall, but there was some really groundbreaking events that have occurred over the last few years in the areas of seniors. And many of the seniors that are in their elder years right now are the generation of World War II. And by golly, these people, amongst, there may be a number of them here, they saved the world. These people saved the world. And on the way, they made a lot of money. They saved, and they saved it. They saved a lot of money. So this group of people now, as their health is becoming more fragile and their abilities they're just becoming a little more fragile. And many of them are being targeted, just like a little kid on the playground who is physically not as strong as some of the other ones. And they can be bullied, and they may not know what to do. They may be pushed around physically or emotionally, and they don't know the resources or have the physical strength to defend themselves. And what is happening right now with this generation that has contributed so much to the world is that there's a virtual, because of their wealth, mainly a lot of it because of their wealth that they generated, they have become targets, a virtual feeding frenzy of people that would very much like to relieve them of their assets. And this can include everyone from estate planners and the very groundbreaking article that won national awards that was in the LA Times regarding Guardians for Profit, which spoke about the conservators, which are people that take away the elders from their families and take over control of them.